but it is so true. We know for hours now, hours upon hours, that they have struggled with that power plant. We know that the 90 had an issue with the engine that put them out. So not building anything, it's very, very real, and you saw how real it was on the face of Joao Barbosa.
Brian Briscoe now a healthy 12-second gap over his teammate Joey Hand. Just seemed like in the final stages of this race, the 67 car seemed to have a couple of 3/10 over the 66. Got really tight there at one stage, under 2 seconds, and then Chip Ganassi looks on, winning his 200th victory for his organization. What a stat that is.
Isn't it funny how from year to year, when you've got two-car teams, it kind of ebbs and flows between the 3 and the 4 Corvette, the 66 and the 67. Seems like one year, one car has the balance and the performance, and they just seem to have it gathered up a little bit better, and the next year, it seems to move to the other car, and right now, evenly matched from the time that they unloaded, but in the latter goings here, the 67 has seemed to have just that slight edge.
Look at the difference in demeanor between Chip Ganassi and last year with Wayne Taylor. Yeah, with Chip, no matter what's at stake, what's on the line, he seems about exactly the same. Roger Penske, I guess, and like that too.
Well, a little bit different in the fact that Chip doesn't have any of his children in the car, I don't think. And Wayne was sitting there looking at his two sons about to win the Rolex 24. So, and Wayne's a little bit of an emotional guy, right?
Yes.
Greg, yes.
Yeah, he wears his heart on his on his chest, on his he's out there with it, and he's very real with that.
Yeah,
it's great to see.
And if Brian Briscoe or Joey Hand can hold on to take the victory at GT Le Mans, it'd be the first time a Grand Marshal has a winning entrant in the Rolex 24.
Yeah.
I would love to tell you that I came up with it, but Rick Radicek, sitting here behind me, is able to deliver that jewel. Thank you, Rick.
Thumbs up, thumbs up. Middleton now has turned, he dropped it down that last lap to a 142, so a little bit more pace than he needed. Brown at a 140. Now we'll see what happens this time. By the margin was 23.5 seconds. Colin Brown in third, to Middleton in second.
They're in good shape with that.
Yeah. And Albuquerque, just a machine. He's just sitting here running mid to high 45s, lap after lap after lap.
Bleekemolen is 2.5 seconds adrift to Caldarelli in third in GT Daytona.
5 minutes, 35 seconds to go here at the Rolex. And at what point in time can Felipe Albuquerque begin to relax a little bit, like turn one after the checker flag? Pulling into victory lane, maybe?
I don't think they're going to take anything for granted.
No.
Hit in. Probably hit in.
Yeah, what's Portuguese? Come on. Exactly.
There's your IndyCar star tracker, easy for me to say. Remember, these are drivers who have won the championship for the Indianapolis 500.
See the 7 versus the 6, 9th and 10th position. There's only 6 seconds between them. Montoya's been on an absolute charge. Ricky Taylor has now responded to be running very similar lap times, because at one point it looked like Montoya was going to be able to catch him. Time is running out, and that drive-through penalty really hurt the ability for the 6 car to leapfrog the 7 here in the final couple hours of this race.
Do you know what that drive-through penalty told us? It told us that 2018 is going to be pretty darn exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you're watching Montoya saying, I want to be the first of these 2 cars. One, just because that's what he lives for, but also points.
Absolutely.
And you've got 2 cars in front of them that aren't in it for the full season. So this is hugely important in terms of a championship run as well. But he just wants to beat his team.
Well, and as tight as the competition is and the talent that's in prototype this year, it's not far-fetched to say that literally every point counts. We could come to the end of the season and any kind of a bonus point, 1 point, 2 points at all could make the difference. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to go.
Well, for example, with the 10 car retiring, their delta to the winning car here today is going to be 18 points. That is a huge hole to dig from the first round of the championship, just because of the depth of the competition this year.
Ryan Briscoe on the marks. And with that gap that he's been able to pull out, now you kind of sit and think, Joey Hand said, you know, I've got nothing. We're going to run here. You're back to the championship scenario. We're going to run here. We're going to collect our points. No, we didn't win the Rolex. And congratulations to our teammates that did, but we'll take the points and we'll take this battle and go to secret.
Yeah, we talk about how close they run here all day. It's really not a surprise when you look at the points totals for last year. They were tied. 66 and 67.
And there you go. Every point counts.
66 got on a tiebreaker. So it's going to be a competitive year between those two team cars. And, you know, the Corvette will come back strong at Sebring. They're always good there.
Colin Brown now on the lead lap, but only 2.5 minutes left to go. Middleton picked up the pace a little bit. Albuquerque right there at that 145 that he's been running just within a second, lap to lap. And he's not going to have many more to do with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Think about the performance that Action Express has put forth this weekend with both the 5 and the 31. It has been an absolutely dominant performance for the team, and especially for this 5 car. We talked about well over 550-something laps that have been led by the number 5. The 31 had its time at the front as well.
We are, what, maybe 2 laps to go?
2 laps.
Yeah.
Came across the line with about 156 left to go. Unless he slows considerably, he'll have to do one more lap, and that's an interesting thought. He's got an 80-second lead. Do you really want to do one more lap? I don't know.
Why is Barbosa shaking his head? Wow. Hopefully he's not hearing something via radio communication in this final breath of the race.
Yeah, that's a really good point. 145s, he crossed the line in 156. Back it down.
Yep. There is absolutely no reason to do another lap. You need to get back to the line, and as long as you get there, you've got 80 seconds, 79 seconds up over your teammate. You waving at that GTD car saying, come right on by. You don't want to have to do another 3.5 miles. Looks like he has to slow down. Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
2.5 minutes. Is he going to do a Dan Gurney?
Do they need the speed? Running a higher gear, but need the speed to get the air through the radiators and keep the fuel pump?
Well, there's that as well. He's slowed well down, but it's not going to be enough unless he plans to stop and then just inch it across the line, a la Dan Gurney in 1962. But I don't think that's going to happen. He's going to have to complete another lap.
He's very tight. This is kind of winding up to really force the issue.
Oh, no.
14 seconds.
Oh, fortunately, he's going to be getting a bit of fuel saving. The best way of saving fuel is rolling out of the power. They've been asking him to do that, so that should extend this fuel run a little bit. But otherwise, they're kind of towards the max of what they've been achieving all day.
Towards the max there, and any more time on that engine, every other time it rolls over, every other RPM. I don't understand it.
I don't either. I'm with you.
Well, now, well, see what happens. Flair for the dramatic.
GTLM, Ryan Briscoe continues to lead. Bortolotti still in GT Daytona. He's got 16 seconds plus over Alvaro Perez.
Maybe they're just trying to extend that record, Brian.
Just making another lap, another 3.5 miles. Wow. Just, wow.
Great redemption for Felipe Albuquerque. Could easily be celebrating back-to-back.
Well, hang on a second. My palms are sweating sitting here. I can't even imagine what the crew is going through on the stand. 67 has just taken the white flag. But for Felipe Albuquerque, he's just got to make it through Speedway 3 and 4, and he will have some redemption for that loss in 2017. Felipe Albuquerque, Mustang sampling, Cadillac. They're going to win the Rolex 24 at Daytona. It's a second win For the rest of the team, actually a third win. And for Felipe Albuquerque, his first win in the Rolex 24 Mustang Sampling and Cadillac Celebrate.
2 in a row for Cadillac, following up with Wayne Taylor Racing's victory last year. Ken Briscoe, hang on. 1-2 for Ford has been that way pretty much all day long, Tommy. What a dominant performance. Didn't expect to see that here this weekend.
No, we didn't. Actually, it was the 66 that led most of the time, to be honest, until the morning.
But go back to the text that we got yesterday from Dan Binks. Who did he say to keep their eye on?
Yeah, he ID'd the speed difference in the first hour.
Well, and I think you made a very good point. It's impressive enough to have one car have this kind of a run, but to have both of them absolute perfection and within just a few seconds of each other, that's remarkable.
Ford last year, it was the 66 that took the victory here. Ryan Briscoe looking to claim his second class win here at the Rolex 24, and he will do such for Richard Westbrook. For Ford, they will celebrate the victory, and for Richard Westbrook, it will be his first Rolex 24 win. And Ryan Briscoe and Ford come across the line first in GT Le Mans at the Rolex 24.
For Chip Ganassi, a 200 win for the team as a whole.
Absolutely. Absolutely, in the first win for a Grand Marshal here.
There you go.
Lamborghini looking for a first at the Rolex 24. Their first overall 24-hour or first class victory in a 24-hour race. If they can hold on and make it to the line, they won't have to go much further, and they do. Lamborghini celebrates victory at Daytona. Mirko Bertolotti, after the disappointment of qualifying, will celebrate with a Rolex watch. The 56th running of the Rolex 24 at Daytona had plenty of drama. And for Felipe Albuquerque, is there a tear in his eye? We'll find out. Look, if they've been holding it, I think, for the last hour or two, watching the number 5, Felipe Albuquerque, bringing it across the line. His first overall victory at the Rolex 24, second class victory. Remember, he had that 2013 GT class win. And for Joao Barbosa, Christian Fittipaldi, their third win here at the Rolex 24. 10 cars led, 63 lead changes, 4 full course cautions for only 20 laps. That brought us a record. Audi move of the race. It was an exciting one and a near miss as well. Look at this.
Catherine Lake here, brilliant performance by Mike Shank Racing. She gets clipped there by a prototype car, skies her way through the infield there, through the signs, narrowly misses that prototype machine, overcame this, claimed a podium finish. Acura finishing in the runner-up spot here today in GTD. Great job for those guys and girls.
Just some of the excitement that we've seen throughout this entire event. Take a look at the BMW race results. We talked about the number 5 with their victory. They were holding their breath. So was the 31. They had a very similar engine issue.
Well, possibly. They were certainly managing their pace at the end, and they did it very well. Great job by Core Autosport on their prototype debut. Podium run there. GT Le Mans as a tight victory.
I'll tell you, impressive for Stuart Middleton, obviously, to be put in a pressure cooker situation like that and be able to keep that car, bring it home, do a very nice job. 292 straight laps at the end, led by the number 5. I mean, domination, just incredible.
I think domination, look at Ford there in GT Le Mans.
And that was just perfection times 2. And it's a shame either car had to lose that one. And perfection times 3. The number 3 car, flawless as well, just without the speed. So, I mean, just the highest level of execution. And then in the GT Daytona, hard to believe that Lamborghini, first time in victory lane. Let's go down to hear some from our first winners.
And Ryan Briscoe, all by himself, climbs out of the car. Ryan, your second Rolex win overall here, or in the GTLM class. What's it like, though, with a team like this? You guys are so dominant, but you're the closer, so all the pressure comes down to you.
You know what? It's a bit of pressure. You know, it was a close fight all, and that last driver change, we were in a very heated battle with our teammates. We needed a driver change of about 20 seconds or less, and we got it done. The guys just did a flawless job. We job, man. Thanks. I don't know. I'm just blown away. The race was perfect. I mean, it's rare that you can have a perfect race, and I think we had one little bobble at the end of the very first stint of the race, and from there on, you know, it was just head down and go, and really fast pace with our teammates all race long. And thank you, Chip. Thanks, Ford. Thanks everyone for the opportunity. Super proud. What's this? 200th win for Chip. Woo!
Now we'll just wait for your teammates to join and we'll hear from them as well, guys.
See the 5 rolling in. And, you know, it was almost like Ryan Briscoe took a deep breath and realized what he had done. Another win at the Rolex 24. Climbing out, Felipe Albuquerque. Is he even remembering it all 2017, or is he just soaking all of this one in? Redemption.
Wow, what a difference a year makes. Just, I mean, he led till the very, that happened, you know, closing minutes of that race.
Celebrations down in Victory Lane, and Jamie Howe, I believe you're right down in the middle of it.
I am. I'm right in the middle. You know, the coolest thing on the radio, right when Felipe took the checkered flag, was a message on the radio. Me and Waddy said, we just reminded the world, while we are the endurance champions of North America, Felipe, I also heard the message, that was the hardest thing I have ever asked a driver to do, that last stint of the race, having to change up your driving style. How difficult was that?
Crazy. My mind started to do tricks on me, and especially after last year that we lost the race. 7 minutes to the end, I was thinking, okay, this was already for 6 hours with overheating, like, this thing will look like a Christmas tree, but flashing everything, and I thought, like, it's going to be the last minutes, but it held on. I mean, the Cadillac engine, it holds on with the high temperatures, I can tell you that, and the tires, the Continental tires, were just like getting picked up because I was slow. Oh my God, really hard. Not physically, but mentally, to keep the focus, and the GT drivers that I needed to pass, but then I was overheating anyway. Just great to finish, to get the win, especially after last year, and in interviews like, you're going to do that again, and you know, finally made it with such a hard conditions.
Now, Joao, I was watching on your face, your range of emotion, we all saw it. It went from the highs, there were some lows. It looked like you were on an emotional roller coaster. Watching it, living it, racing through it, what was that like?
It's super hard. I mean, it was the longest 5 hours of my life. I mean, but I don't have enough words for the Action Express guys. I mean, we knew we had an issue. Luckily, we had quite a good lead with 3 laps. We managed that just perfectly. The guys in the stands, all the crew did a tremendous job. The Mustang Simply Cadillac hold on to the end. I mean, we didn't need any more minutes. I mean, it came down to the end. And, I mean, Continental tires put on a great show. We were able to double stick the tires all the way through as well. So, I mean, the Cadillac was perfect. So we're really proud to be here again. And, you know, it's just super hard. The last 5 hours were super hard with the engine problems, but I mean, it's a super strong car, I can tell you that.
Christian, it's obvious that you're excited. Moving over to a role this season as sporting director, lots of changes the last few months. Manpower, brain power. To watch all of this come together, to see the strength of this organization, how rewarding is that?
Well, it's definitely very important. It's very important for me. One can't drive the rest of his life. I'm not saying that I'm not going to drive anymore, but at some point in my racing career, I need to move on. I need to transition, and starting this next step this way couldn't have been better. As Philippe mentioned, especially after what happened to us last year. And I can't say enough for Mustang Sampling, Action Express, Cadillac, Continental, like everything worked absolutely perfect. We're completely overjoyed. Like, this is a dream come true.
When the timing was so close and you saw that Felipe had to make another lap, knowing what you knew about the engine and about the situation, what was going through your mind?
Well, like the whole thing started with me at, I think, 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and we've been babying it ever since, and it only got worse and worse, and luckily enough we had that 3-lap margin, because if we didn't have that 3-lap margin, we would definitely be